Hello everyone, it's me Andrea. Today I will show you a very quick and easy textured background, and I will do that on one of these cards. That's something actually I use for leftover paints and leftover cutouts, whatever laying around. And I will use one of these cards. There's a bit of paint on already, and I use this stencil. That's from my new stencil book. It's a cardboard stencil, so I'm using acrylic, not acrylic, gesso, heavy gesso. So not that I ruin it, because that's a very intricate one. So, and this is an absolutely fantastic background, isn't it beautiful? Oh, I love it. So what I do now is I use my heat gun and go very close, that I actually burn it a bit or cook it a bit actually, so that it rays. And with this pattern actually it worked fantastically. It made exactly what I wanted and raised these patterns in the middle. They're really nice. And I went over the whole page, and afterwards you really have to let it cool down, that it stays. And of course you can squeeze it and it will disappear, so don't squeeze it too much. And that's it, the rest of it. And then I start with gesso, because there wasn't a lot of paint on top. I put the gesso on to can work better with it. I use this both colors, the sea green and the smaragd, only because I like it so much, and as a combination they are really perfect. So I put down the smaragd first, very cheap craft paint actually, best to use for that, and went over with kitchen paper and dry it a bit, or get some paint off actually. And after that I dry it quickly with my heat gun. You already get a nice pattern when you take it off with this paper actually. So that's what it looks already, quite nice. Blast with my heat gun, and then on top of that I put the sea green down, spread it out nicely. But I left it to dry too long. It was completely dry. Normally, even if it's dry, it works, but I didn't want to rub that heavy because of the bubbles. I didn't want to destroy them. So nothing what a good layer of gesso can't solve. So the same process I started again. Put that smaragd on. Use the paper towel to get a vast amount off, and after that I dried it. Sorry, excuse me. And on top of that I put the sea green again. This time I made sure that I didn't let it dry too much. First I get on top with my paper towel again to get a bit off already, and then I use the kitchen towel. It looks a bit hard, the treatment here, but believe me, I'm really gentle, and not to destroy the raised bubbles. But I get quite a lot of that off, so that the smaragd is coming through again. I show that here. You can see that. Looks already very beautiful. Short blast with my heat gun. But then I decided I want to have a bit of sparkle, because this craft paint, this cheap craft paint, is very dull. So, and for that reason I used the Maya Gold in apple green, quite fresh color, with a foam brayer actually, that to make sure that the bubbles are protected. So that's how it looks, and that's the background actually. You can leave it like that, you can go on, and of course I couldn't resist to go on with it. And actually you can use whatever you like color wise, so that's your choice. But yeah, you have to try it with different color combinations, what looks nice. So here I go around the edges with distress ink. It's vintage photo, I think. And this is a butterfly stamp. I have it fairly new from Indigo Blue, and I use VersaFine because VersaFine makes a fantastic impression. You will see that. And even though that's on watercolor paper, you can see that impression is fantastic. You know, watercolor is always a bit raised and uneven, rough surface, so it's difficult. So cut this butterfly out. I left it black and white, so wiped it like this. And this is the close-up. I hope you liked it, and if you like it, give me a thumb up, leave me a comment, and that's for now. Hope I see you soon with my next project. Have a nice time, guys. Bye-bye.